What's up everybody, and welcome to my very first YouTube video. This is a project I have been wanting to start for such a long time. I just found every excuse not to do it, but I'm forcing myself to do it because if not now, then when? You guys have really been making a huge difference in my life. Like, I have always wanted to pursue YouTube, and I'm just so glad that I finally am and that people are enjoying the stuff I make. As you may be able to see, my room looks a little different. I took everything off the walls because Mickey and I are moving. We got our first house together and we move in 2 days. I think getting vulnerable in general is hard for me. I've just never been the type to have a lot of friends. Honestly, I feel like that's like why I love social media so much, is because social media doesn't make me feel like I'm alone. I'm seriously good though. I feel like I am in a really good place. I feel like YouTube is just such an outlet for me, and like I feel like comfortable doing it on YouTube, and I don't know why, because I've never been the type of person to get like sappy on social media, but with YouTube I just feel so comfortable talking about it. I am so excited for the video today. Me and Alexa, also known as Polka Dot Pigeon, have finally come together and did a collab for you guys. I also want to thank Polka Dot Pigeon for being down to do this. I think she's always just been a massive inspiration to me, and I have always looked up to her and her content and the way she dresses and her fashion in general, and I love her so much. So thank you again to Polka Dot Pigeon. It was my first time collabing with anybody on YouTube, and I'm glad it was her because she's amazing. Got to meet a lot of you guys today, which was kind of really surreal and really cool. So if you saw me there, thank you. I love you. Thanks for making my day. It was nice to meet you guys. I just want to thank you guys so much for the support recently. I feel like my channel has just been growing so much every day, and it's kind of literally insane to watch, and I cannot thank you guys enough for the community that we have here. It truly means the world to me. It really does. And I love my friends. I love having friends, and I love having a community and just other people behind me, and knowing that people enjoy my videos means the world. And it's weird and it's crazy, and I love meeting you guys. It's literally insane, okay? And I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support recently. I'm really feeling the love, and I love you guys so much, and none of this would be anything without you, so thank you. Very soon is my 1 year on YouTube, which is literally insane. Very crazy to think about how far I got in just a year and how many new besties I have in just a year. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. Seriously. Thank you. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. I love you guys so much. I'll see you next Tuesday. I will see you next week. I'll see you next Tuesday. I'll see you on Tuesday. I'll see you next Tuesday. And I'll see you next Tuesday. guys for literally everything. I didn't want to start off this video all sappy, even though I'm literally about to start crying. Here's the thing, guys, I'm on my period, so I'm like extra emotional right now. Sitting like this, just thinking about what today means to me is a lot. I'm so incredibly grateful for how far I've gotten in a year and the community that I've grown in a year. And I really couldn't have done anything without you guys and the support from you guys. This cake is also for you, because a lot of you guys have been here since day one too, which is really crazy, and it's just very surreal. Very surreal. Anyways, I have a feeling I'm gonna cry a lot in this video. I've been so emotional lately. Oh my god, so emotional. But it's good. It's okay to cry sometimes. Sometimes you need that release. But we have a very extra special video today. We are going to be doing a massive Q&A. And I'm very excited to do this because the last time I did a Q&A was my first video on YouTube a year ago today. I won't be posting this on my actual YouTube birthday. Today I'm filming this is my YouTube birthday, which is May 28th, but this will come out next week, so you guys can celebrate with me next week when you see this. I'm very excited. The first video I ever did on YouTube was a makeup Q&A, and even like watching my old video back, it's so funny how nervous I was in front of the camera and how better I've gotten in front of the camera and like talking to y'all. That's what we're gonna be doing, and I'm very excited. And this is an extra long video because I'm answering every single question that I have been asked, unless there's some repeats or maybe they're a little too personal. But I really am gonna try to hit every single question you guys ask me. Can take a lot of roller coasters because I saw some really deep questions, I saw some really surface level questions, so I'm very excited. And then we're gonna dig into this cake, okay? I'm very excited. Strawberry cake is my favorite. So without further ado, let's get started. If you see me on my phone a lot, it's because all the questions were asked through Instagram on my Instagram stories. If you don't follow me there, here's my Instagram so you can participate next time I ask for some audience things. I got a ton of questions. So like I said, I'm gonna try to hit them all. Let's do it. The first question is, how did you find your personal style? Finding personal style is just about a lot of trial and error. Personally, for me, it's kind of when I found my love for thrifting is when I started experimenting and having more fun with clothes. There were definitely points in my life where I really tried hard to fit in. Really, when I started experimenting with thrifting and clothes, it's kind of when I started finding how I personally like to dress. It's all about just experimenting and finding what you like. I don't think it's like you wake up one morning and know what you like. You have to play around and just be fun with it. The next question is, what are your favorite videos to film / edit? My favorite videos to film and edit are probably my glow up videos, just because I usually feel good at the end. Either my glow up videos or our hair videos are my favorite videos to film, just because I really like changing my appearance, and anytime I change my appearance, it makes me happy. But I will tell you, I do have a least favorite filming videos / editing. I low-key hate filming outfit videos, and let me explain. Okay, let me explain. First of all, outfit videos take forever to film. Forever. They take a very long time to film. Sometimes like it's so redundant and repetitive, like you don't really know what to say about an outfit. Not only that, but it gets messy. It gets so messy because you're changing your clothes so fast and kind of just throwing them all around. Those are not very fun to film. I don't love filming them, and sometimes when I go to like make an outfit for those videos, I kind of get like a little head block and like not quite sure what I want to do. And there are so many times where I will just sit and stare at myself in the mirror because I don't know what I'm doing. Another video that I don't really love filming are thrifting videos, just because I hate talking to the camera out in public, because I feel like I can't like fully talk, and so I'm just like whispering the whole time, and I know that's something I'm personally gonna have to get over, and I feel like once I get over that, I'll enjoy filming those more. Those are definitely my two kind of videos. I do like the way closet videos turn out, like styling videos turn out, and I love editing them because they're really easy to edit. They're just such a bitch to film. What/who inspires you the most in terms of style? A lot of like MySpace days inspire me. A lot of just like small creators on MySpace that like somehow end up on Pinterest. I love definitely Helena Bonham Carter. I love her style. Polka Dot Pigeon, Alexa, she inspires me a lot. I think she's just so creative, and it's refreshing to see something that's drawn from creativity and not just like trending. I don't know. This is kind of hard for me because I kind of just wear things. I can't particularly say there's like a certain thing that inspires my style. I feel like it's a jumble of a lot of things. Japanese fashion definitely inspires my style a lot, like Fruits magazine and stuff like that. It really depends on what day of the week you're asking me, because I think I'll have a different answer every time you ask, because I'm so fluid in my style, and I'll just wear what I want to wear and wear what I'm feeling. Next question is, what excites you the most moving forward with YouTube? Honestly, just creating more of a community and maybe collabing with more creators. I think that would be really fun, and making more friends, because honestly, I have made so many friends through YouTube. It's kind of crazy. Definitely that, and maybe even like working with some brands that I love. I think that would be super fun. I haven't done a brand deal in kind of a long time, just because I haven't seen anything that like super like really resonates with me and something I would like be happy to promote. So that would be super cool. Or even like collabing with a brand, I think would be really cool. I definitely have some ideas that I would like to put into action. But yeah, building more of a community and probably just getting bigger opportunities I think would be really cool. Maybe traveling, because I have never really traveled that much in my life, and I really want to do that. Next question is, what has been your best live music experience, and then what's the worst? Best live music experience. I feel like it hasn't happened yet because I'm going to see Mannequin Pussy, and that's one of my favorite bands ever, and I have a feeling that's gonna like immediately be top one. But so far, I would say my favorite band I've ever seen live is probably Knocked Loose. If not Knocked Loose, then Slipknot. I saw Knocked Loose a few years ago at Blue Ridge, and they are so good live. I'm not even a big fan of their music, to be honest. I just really liked their show. They really know how to control a crowd and make it super rowdy, but still like make sure everyone's doing okay. And the energy that those guys have is insane. If you ever get the chance to go see them live, go see them. They're really good. And same with Slipknot. Corey Taylor is very good at controlling a crowd and making it very exciting and just like, oh my god. And Slipknot is such a big band. It's kind of just like a little bit of starstruck there too, because you're like, oh my god, this like super famous band is right in front of me. They're crazy good live, and he sounds amazing live. Also, Deftones, Chino sounds amazing live. I always heard that he doesn't like sing well in live performances, but he was amazing. I thought he did amazing, especially for his age. The worst concert I've ever been to, or worst band I've seen live, I think is also kind of a tie. I saw Flyleaf, and they sounded really good. I thought their vocals and the music was really good, but unfortunately the crowd was so bad that it made the performance bad. I do think like half the concert is crowd, and then the other half of the concert is like the actual concert and the singing part of it, and the crowd was just so bad, like so bad. Nobody knew their music, and it was really sad because they were really good. And I kind of have to say the same for Deftones. I really loved seeing Deftones. I wouldn't take that experience back, but the crowd was so fucking bad that it honestly killed the experience, but they were amazing. Also, I kind of have to say the same about Fleshwater. Like, I was really excited to go see Fleshwater, but they just didn't really sound great. The crowd was fine. It wasn't, there was a guy being kind of a dick, but other than that, the crowd itself was okay. but they just did not sound great. And I was really disappointed because I love Flash Water, but I don't know what was going on that night. I think they were having some sound issues. The next question is, what color palettes do you gravitate most to when thrifting? I can't say that I gravitate towards certain colors because I like to wear everything. The only color I don't really love is blue. I don't really like wearing blue, but I can't say that I have a certain color that I gravitate towards. Maybe like red and green. I really like green and I really like red and black together. But no, I kind of look for everything. I'm not really like certain colors and certain not, except I don't look great in pink. That's like the one color I don't really wear often. Pink and blue, I just don't really look great in. The next question is, how did you get comfortable traveling alone for events? How did you get into reselling? A lot of people ask me how I got into reselling, and let's talk about it. Let's start from the first part, okay? How did you get comfortable traveling alone for events? Honestly, I was never comfortable traveling alone for events. I've only done it twice ever, like completely by myself, and it's scary. The longest drive I've ever taken by myself was to Richmond, which is a 3-hour drive, 3 hours there, 3 hours back. And it wasn't that bad just because I knew I was meeting with someone there, and that part was fine. I just, you know, listen to music or whatever. I know worst case scenario, I'm only 3 hours from my house in case something happened. But doing an event by myself, I've only done one event by myself ever, and it really was not that bad. It's definitely harder because you're doing everything yourself. Sometimes it can be a lot of physical labor. If you get into the swing of things, if you've been doing it a while, it's not that difficult. Just make sure you give yourself enough time to set up. Instead of like an hour, you may need 2 hours to set up because you're doing it by yourself. And honestly, there's a lot of people that will help you if you need the help. So don't be afraid to ask for help, because a lot of people running events, that's kind of their job, is to help you set up. And then how did I get into reselling clothes? I know this is a very controversial topic for some people, reselling, and I completely understand why, because I feel like there's a lot of resellers that are very disingenuous. It's very prevalent, like you see it a lot, and you actually see a lot of markets too, like a lot of people that are just purely in it for the money and nothing else. And I understand that point of view of it a lot. I really do, because those kind of people make it look bad for everyone else. A lot of the resellers that do it for other reasons don't really like the resellers that do it just for the money. And it's very clear who those people are. So I get why people don't like them. But I have been selling for almost 5 years at this point. And when I first started selling clothes, it was nothing serious ever. I was just selling clothes out of my closet that I didn't wear because I was always into thrifting, but I didn't know what reselling was. I really didn't until I started going to my local flea market with Mickey, my boyfriend, and we would just set up and sell our old clothes. And that's when I met a reseller for the first time, and he kind of got me into it a little bit, and he kind of introduced me to a lot of people in the community. I really didn't know what it was before then, and so that's when I started selling more to like my friends and on Instagram and stuff like that. And then I did my first market, and after I did my first market, I was still in high school when doing this. I think I started selling when I was 16, around there. After that, I kind of stopped for a little bit, which is crazy. Kind of thinking about tattooing, kind of thinking about doing something else. I wasn't really quite sure what I wanted to do with my life. And my mom kind of came up to me and she was like, look, you either go to school or you keep reselling, like pick one. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take Juber seriously. And I did, and that's how I got here. That's how I got my business to that point. And once I started taking it like actually seriously and actually thinking of it as a business is really when everything changed. So shout out to my mom, because she's the real reason that this is what it is today. But now I do markets every weekend, and sometimes I sell through Instagram and Depop and stuff like that. But yeah, that's kind of how I got into it. I really didn't know what it was at first. I definitely got introduced into the community by like elders in the community. I'm gonna try this cake now. It's just sitting in front of me. So let's see how I did. I don't even know where to eat out of it, but I'm not gonna dirty a plate by cutting it. Like, I'm just gonna dig in. Cheers, here's your bite. That shit's good. Would y'all judge me if I sat here and ate this whole cake? Yeah, I kind of slayed on this cake. It is very good. Getting back to the questions. The next question is, do you have any tips on how not to care about what other people think? I think at the end of the day, you just kind of have to realize, who are you living your life for? Are you living your life for the validation of other people? Are you living your life for yourself? Why do you care what people think of you? What do those people have to do in your life? What do they bring for you? And I get it coming at the perspective of like, you're scared of what people say about you or what people think of you. I used to be like that. I was always sitting around and like asking myself, why don't I attract the people I want to be friends with? Why don't I attract the people that I want to be with? Are those people not interested in me? Why am I not finding these people in my life? And the thing is, if you're not yourself, you're not gonna find other people who you want to be around. Those people, if they judge you, if they criticize you, they don't love you and they're not supposed to be in your life, and that's okay. And you will find those people who are meant to be in your life. And I just think life is way too short not to do what you want and not to be happy. At the end of the day, we're all just bodies. Nobody's gonna remember this in a few years. Nothing's that serious. The next question is, do you ever get nervous about regretting tattoos? If so, how to overcome that? Honestly, no, because it kind of goes back to YOLO, who the fuck cares? If I liked it at one point in time, I don't see why I wouldn't like it now. There's no tattoos that I have that I like seriously regret. And if I did, I had them covered, so it's not that deep anymore. The only tattoo that I say I like regret doing is the 8-ball on my knee, and just because it's super shitty and it's really big. But other than that, I just honestly, I don't really care that much, to be honest. It's whatever, it's there. I can't get rid of it, so there's nothing I can do about it. I honestly don't have tattoo regrets, so this is kind of a hard question for me. The next question is, how did you build your brand successfully? I don't know if this commenter is referring to like Jubers and me reselling or my social media brand. My answer is to be genuine. You need to be yourself. You need to be genuine and you need to be honest. And I think people gravitate towards others that are like that. I honestly think that's why I gained so many followers as quickly as I did, is because what you see on screen and on YouTube and on video is the exact same person I am in real life. I don't put on a front for the camera. I don't treat others differently than I do in front of a camera, and I think that's so rare nowadays. I feel like everybody kind of has this social media front. I have a hard time lying and being fake. What I mean by that is like, if I'm feeling something, I have a hard time like not showing it. If I'm upset, I'm gonna show it. If I'm mad, I'm gonna show it. If I'm happy, I'm gonna show it. I'm a very expressive person, so I'm very easy to read, which makes me a bad liar. And I just try to be a good person. I feel like that's why I've gotten so far, or I've gotten to where I've gotten now, because of that. And I feel like a lot of social media isn't like that, which is sad, because like at the end of the day, we're all just people. Like, we're really all just people. We all have emotions, we all feel things, and I don't understand going on social media and trying to be perfect, because who is like that? Like, no one's like that. And you guys have seen a lot of me, and I feel like I'm very vulnerable online. It's because that's who I am. I have no other like way of being. Like, I just don't, and I find comfort in being like that on here, because I'm sure so many other people relate and they just haven't heard it from somebody else too. I don't know if that's a good answer, but that's all I have. The next question is, what pushed you to start your channel? It's something I had always wanted to do, and I did TikTok for a long time before I ever even started YouTube. I saw all these other TikTokers starting YouTube channels, and I always wanted to do it, and I was literally with my best friend in Best Buy for some reason. I don't even know why we were there. I turned to her, I was like, I want to start my YouTube channel. Like, I should just buy a camera. And she was like, why don't you? Just literally go buy it right now. And I did it. I literally just bought a camera and I made my video the next day and I posted it the next week. So if you're sitting on something, literally, what are you waiting for? Just go do it. Time doesn't stop for you. The next question is, what is your all-time favorite song / album / artist. This is hard, okay, because I am a music lover. I love music. So this is gonna be kind of difficult to answer because it changes a lot, but definitely my favorite artist of all time is Pink Floyd. I don't think anybody can top Pink Floyd. They're definitely like one of the greats, and I don't think anybody makes music quite like they do. And yeah, definitely my favorite artist of all time. Favorite album and song, I cannot say I have a favorite song. I have so many favorite songs, it's insane. And I'm sure there's a question in here gonna ask like what my top 10 are, so I'll just leave it there. Favorite album of all time? Again, I don't think I have an answer to that because I love so many different albums for so many different reasons. Sorry, but I do have like a top 5, top 10, whatever. So if that's asked, I'll answer it. And also, I'm sorry if we're gonna be jumping around. I thought that would be more fun, keep you on your toes, rather than just like answering a block of questions and then answering a block of questions. I'm just reading them because I haven't even read some of these questions yet, and this is like my raw reaction. I just don't wanna like think about it too much, you know what I mean? The next question is, if you were to move to another state, where would you go, or another city? I would move to Virginia. I love Virginia, specifically Richmond. I love it there. Other than that, I don't know because I haven't really traveled to many states outside of Virginia. I mean, I have, but not for like an extended period of time. And I just love the South. I don't think I'd leave the South because I do really like it here, and I love the East Coast, so I don't even think I'd leave the East Coast. But definitely on my mind right now is Richmond. Any ideas on making friends? Honestly, just be yourself and you'll attract people who you want to be with. I feel like I had such a hard time making friends until I got older, which is so weird because usually it's the opposite and you can make friends a lot easier like growing up and being young. But I was so self-conscious when I was young. I think I overthought just so many things, and I had a really hard time keeping friends because of it. I had a hard time even making friends because of it because I really didn't know who I was. As I've gotten older and as I've figured out who I am as a person, I feel like making friends is so much easier because you know the type of people you're looking for when you want to be friends with somebody. And honestly, I think I've just gained a lot more confidence to be like, okay, we should go do something, or let's hang out or something like that. Maybe like go to places that you enjoy and just ask somebody to go out with you. You never know what they're gonna say. Mickey's here.
Oni-chan.
You want to answer the next question with me?
They're really good.
You like it? Mickey's gonna answer the next question with me. I don't know if I can answer this because I don't know if I have an answer to this, but I think Mickey might. What clothing brand do you still wish, or do you wish still made new products or pieces?
Low key, I would say Nobo, but Nobo still already makes.
Like old Nobo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old Nobo was the shit. Or not Moschino.
Massimo?
Yeah, Massimo or
That's like an old Target brand.
Top Heavy. Top Heavy's a shit too.
I don't know if I have a good answer to that, but honestly, old No Boundaries. That's what I would say. No Boundaries quality of clothing used to be so good, and it just went so downhill so fast. I think Mickey should stay for a little bit. We can answer questions together. Favorite songs from favorite bands, or favorite bands from your most listened genres?
Wait, what? I've been in kind of like a Midwest emo type of thing right now. So I'm gonna have to say...
What's your favorite band from your Midwest emo? He's going to get milk, so I'll answer the question. My favorite songs from my favorite bands. I'll answer that first and then do the second part. Okay, so my favorite band is Pink Floyd. So my favorite song from Pink Floyd is probably... I have a few. Either Time, Hey You, or Brain Damage. Those are my 3 favorite songs by Pink Floyd. My second favorite band is probably Alice in Chains. And my favorite songs from Alice in Chains, probably Bleed the Freak and Down in a Hole are my favorite songs by them. And then Mannequin Pussy is like my 3rd favorite band, and my favorite songs by them, I really like Softly. I really like Nothing Like. I don't know, literally every single one of their songs are so good. So like I can't even rank them like that. But I literally love that entire album. And then my favorite bands from my most listened to genres. I truly listen to everything. There's not a genre I don't listen to. So I don't know if I can answer that because like I don't know specifics, but I literally listen to everything.
Like I said, I'm kind of like in this Midwest slash like shoegazy very shoegaze right now.
I'm not a big fan of shoegaze, I'll be honest.
I just like the riff, like that riff just does it for me. My favorite song right now, Kawasaki Backflip by Dogleg. Very good song. Go listen to it.
I don't even know that song.
I also listen to a lot of hood nigga music, or AKA trap music. Young Nutty. Motherfuckers, random SoundCloud artists, motherfuckers.
I'm not a big fan of rap, but I do love Chief Keef, which is so random.
Bang bang!
But I do love Chief Keef. Like, that is the one rapper that like I listen to is Chief Keef. I do like some like Memphis, like old 90s Memphis rap, but sometimes it just pisses me off, so I can't listen to it.
A lot of it is very demonic, but
it's not even just demonic, it's just so repetitive, like it kind of all sounds the same. The next question is it scary working in an unpredictable career if reselling is your main income? Reselling's not my main income, and yes, it is kind of scary. So I do have 3 jobs. I do have a full-time job. I'm a customer service rep, which is so random, but that's definitely like my backup, like my main job, my backup job, just in case like I know I'll get that paycheck. Other than that, I do reselling and I do YouTube, and I make money from both of those. I don't know, it's just so unpredictable. You never really know how much you're actually making, and sometimes it can be scary, but honestly, my biggest advice is always have a backup plan. Always have a backup plan, because I know so many resellers that did it full time and didn't have a backup plan, and they ended up getting kind of screwed. If you do go down that avenue, make sure you still have a job. I think that is so important. Ooh, this is a good one. This is a good one that both me and Mickey can answer. Is how did you afford your own house? Sorry if this is way too personal. Is there a second job? Like I said, I have 3 jobs, and we moved out very young. I moved out at 19. We are just really good with money, and we try to be really good with money. We're not frivolous spenders. We don't like spending money. We don't like spending money on dumb shit. So that's kind of how we were able to save as much as we did. And I've been saving money ever since I've had a job. Like ever since I had a job at 16, I've been saving money. But also Mickey does HVAC, and that's a pretty good job, and he has a lot of benefits and makes pretty good money.
It's okay.
I work 3 jobs, so I bring in a solid income. We kind of just wrote out a plan of what we would be able to afford with moving out, and we just kind of did it from there. Everything in our house is thrifted for the most part, or secondhand, or we got from a friend, like
or yard sale.
Yard sales, estate sales.
A customer just gave that shit to me.
So we furnished our house very cheaply, and like definitely took our time with it. We didn't rush anything, and we kind of just added slowly to everything. And the cost of living where we live is very low. I think that's also very important to point out, because I know a lot of people live in bigger cities, so it's harder to move out and harder to find a place for a reasonable price. But we live in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Like the cost of living is very low here because nobody wants to live here. Ooh, this is a fun one that we can both answer as well.
Oh my God. Why would they even ask that? Is your butthole brown?
They did not ask that. What are your fashion hot takes? Also, I love you so much. I look up to every Tuesday. I love you so much. What's your fashion hot take?
I don't know. I really don't even have like a fashion hot take, because like I don't have to be really dressed. Like unless I'm going out, or if,
he'd be lying. He was playing dress up earlier in the closet room. He's lying.
No, I was not. Dude.
Mickey doesn't like gorpcore.
I don't like gorpcore. Like, what are you about to go do? Climb Mount Everest? Nigga, sit your ass down.
It can get a little crazy. Cause like, where are you going?
Motherfucker needs a fucking Ozark. Motherfucker needs Oakley.
He doesn't like gorpcore, which is pretty understandable. It's like camping core, I don't know. A hot take for me, a personal hot take. You know what I hate? And this might come off so shady and so wrong when I say this. I hate that when people are asked this question in interviews, they're always like, wear what you want. Life is too short. Wear what you want. And like, I get that 1000%, but I also think it's okay to have an opinion about something. I think it's kind of dumb to say like, oh, I love everything. Like, you can have an opinion and not be an asshole. Like, that's okay. So I'm not gonna dodge this bullet. I'm gonna say something I don't really like. And if you do it, that's great, and I'm glad you do it. Like, I'm glad you enjoy that. But I'm saying personally for me, this is what I don't do, or what I don't like. Personally, I don't really like the opium fashion trend. I don't really like it. It's not for me.
Chrome hearts.
I don't really understand the chrome hearts thing. Go get yourself to a flea market and get some really cool rings. You can find them there. You don't need to spend like thousands of dollars on a chrome heart ring like that. Like, that's so stupid. I don't really get opium. I don't really get it. But if that's your style and that's your aesthetic, rock on, dude. Do what you think. Mickey, what is your dream concert?
Out the gate, Young Lean. I'm gonna have to say Rio the Youngin.
I don't even know who that is.
Maybe a little bit of Narrowhead. I would like to go see Fleshwater again because I was sadly letting down, but I would go see them again.
Bands I want to go see, I definitely really want to go see Belmont sometime soon. I really want to go see them. I really want to go see Newgrounds Death Rugby. I've been such a fan for a while, and they're from Charleston, which is so crazy. That's so close to me. What other bands would I want to go see? I'm just gonna do like super unrealistic ones as well because dream concert, sure. System of a Down, that's a dream concert. I would love to go see them live. I don't know, I think that's hard because like I feel like I've already seen a lot of the people how I wanted to, and I'm going to see Mannequin Pussy, which is like actually my dream concert. So Mickey is answering one more question and then he is sadly leaving. What is your biggest dream?
Biggest dream in life, I would have to say I just want to own a house with my sweet baby girl and have 4 Winnies running around, and hopefully Lil Ma over here can have her golden black just hanging.
My golden black. My YouTube black.
The golden hanging black. And I'll be a stay-at-home dad. I'll be cooking. I'll be cleaning the ranch. Capybaras running around too.
We'll have a capybara farm.
Capybara farm with a bunch of Winnies running around.
I think my biggest dream in life is to be able to take care of everybody and to take care of everybody I love. I want to take my mom to Greece and I want to buy my mom a house. And her dream house, like a dream. She really wants a wraparound porch, like farmhouse. I want to buy her that. I really just want to take care of all my people. I literally just want everybody in my life to never have to worry about money again. That's my biggest dream. Oh, this is perfect. What's one thing about Mickey that you love the most? The one thing I love about Mickey the most is that he's a very, very sweet guy. He's very, very sweet and he's very thoughtful. He's very selfless. He doesn't just think about himself. He always considers my feelings in everything he does.
Guys, it's been real.
Mickey's leaving now. The cake is gone so I can get more up and close and personal, but I'm still sitting kind of weird, but whatever. The next question is, what is the hardest video you ever filmed? Honestly, probably the collab with Polka Dot Pigeon, just because there were a lot of moving parts to that and it wasn't just me I was worried about. I was worried about her video as well. But honestly, I think it turned out so amazing and it was definitely worth it. But it wasn't even necessarily hard. It was just kind of hard to like just figure everything out and how we were gonna do everything and just plan it. But once I was done, it was totally fine and it was a lot of fun and I'm so down to do something like that again because it's honestly so fun and probably one of the highlights of my YouTube career so far. And then the next question is, what's your favorite video I've ever filmed? And I have to say it's probably that one as well. Either that one or maybe The Week in My Life. That was also really fun to film and I really want to do something like that again. That was a lot of fun to film. The next question is, what would you tell your younger self? I would tell my younger self that you will grow up to be exactly the person you want to be. And don't change anything, because honestly I feel like all the things that happened to me and all the things I went through as a kid and like finding myself was very much needed because it's made me the person I am today. I feel like I wouldn't have that confidence if I wasn't bullied, if I wasn't like picked on. I feel like I wouldn't be like this, and honestly, I'm grateful for it because now I have really thick skin and honestly nobody can say shit to me because I have so much confidence within myself that like I just don't care what people think. I really just don't care. What's something that most people don't know about filming YouTube videos? Maybe that it takes a lot of time. I think a lot of YouTubers make it look so easy and effortless, and also talking to a camera is not easy. It's not as easy as it seems because it can be kind of awkward sometimes because there's nobody in front of me. I'm literally just talking to a camera or myself in the viewfinder. So that can be a little funky and weird. Also, YouTube videos take a long time to film and edit, like a long time. It takes me like a few days to edit a video. It's not a smooth sailing process all the time too. I definitely take a lot of breaks in between me filming some things as well. Okay, the next question is, do you like drag? If so, who's your favorite queen? I'm gonna have such a basic answer. I do love drag. I've been watching this season of All Stars with my brother and I love it so far. Favorite drag queen is such a basic answer. I would have to say Trixie and Katya just because I think they're actually the funniest people ever. I love them and I love their podcast. On this season, I've been loving Bosco. Loving Bosco. I've also been loving Nicole Paige Brooks this season. I love her attitude so much. So those are definitely like my favorites right now. Honestly, I feel like that's subject to change. There's so many drag queens that I love. I love Jinx Monsoon, so talented, so beautiful. It's a little while later, but I'm here to finish answering all of your most daunting questions. I had to take a little bit of a break and my camera died, so we are back. The cake is put up though, because unfortunately I cannot sit down and eat an entire cake. That would be crazy. The next question is, what is my real name? My real name is... Anyways, next question. This one I think is going to be... I know this is going to be a really deep question. So, little trigger warning, we're going to be talking about mental health. The next question is, I know very personal, you don't have to answer, but could you share a bit of your story with mental health? Yes, I can, and I think I'm comfortable enough to talk about it now. Growing up, I feel like I struggled a lot with myself and who I was, and I never really dealt with a lot of anxiety. I definitely dealt with a lot of depression growing up. Went through a lot of phases in my life, and I think that's just a part of growing up and figuring out who you are. But for the longest time, I really felt like I needed to fit in. And I think that really made me feel secluded in who I was and making friends and just life in general. And I just really didn't know who I was. And that led to a whole bunch of other things that would spiral from that. But I did play volleyball for 5 years. And that kind of environment is very toxic to a young girl mind. I've always been very athletic, surprisingly. I feel like I don't seem like I'd be athletic, but I love sports. I love playing sports and I like to think I'm good at them, okay? And I always had an athletic body type. Especially when I played volleyball, I was very strong. And a lot of the girls on my team were very, very small and skinny. And not to say that I wasn't, but I just saw them and I thought, why can I not look like that? And I definitely struggled a lot with eating habits growing up. It definitely got to a point where I don't know why this makes me uncomfortable to talk about. Maybe because I don't talk about it a lot. It really got to a point where I really thought that that was going to be the end. Like, I really didn't think I was ever going to get past it. I thought I would deal with eating my entire life. I thought calories would always be something that was on my mind. I really never thought I would have a normal life outside of that. There were times that I really didn't know if I was going to be okay at the end. I didn't know if I was going to make it to the end. Honestly, I wish I had a better solution to that because I feel like a lot of young girls struggle with that. I feel like I'm being very vague, which I guess I kind of want to be. The only reason I got better was because of Mickey, because I met him, and which is really sad. And I really wish I had kind of figured it out myself. I met Mickey and he honestly saved me. If it weren't for him, I don't know where I'd be. I don't know what I'd be doing. He kind of forced me to eat, like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, he would eat 3 meals a day, so in turn I would eat 3 meals a day, and if I didn't eat, he was always on me about it. God bless him, because he truly saved me in that aspect, and thank God for him, because like I said, I really don't know where I'd be without him, because he really did save me. And moving back to the anxiety part, I never really had anxiety until I got older, which is so odd because you think like depression and anxiety kind of come in pairs, but I never really had it until I was older. And I think it's just like a lot of stress and pressure for me, and like sometimes it just like bottles up, and I like to work myself to the bone. Like, I don't know when to stop. I like to go hard all the time, and sometimes it just like I completely shut down, and I honestly like it like that. I know it's kind of funky and weird of me, but I thrive in pressure. I love always having work to do and having something to do. For a while, I was having these really severe anxiety attacks, like to the point where like I couldn't go out in public. And this wasn't too long ago. This was maybe last year, maybe 2 years ago. And I figured out that it was my diet. It was something I was eating. So definitely look into that. If you're having like really severe anxiety out of nowhere, look inwards. Like look at your diet and what you're consuming every day. Cause for me, it was quinine from sparkling water. I was a very avid sparkling water drinker. Like I would drink like 6 or 7 a day. Like that's all I drank. And yeah, so it turns out I have like a sensitivity to quinine and I was overdosing on it. Ever since I stopped drinking that, I haven't had a problem since. Of course, I get like the average anxiety about things, but not to the point where that was like awful, debilitating anxiety attacks that like I couldn't leave my house. It was really bad. It was really bad. But lately, I think I've been pretty good. Like my mental health has been pretty good. I hate to talk about this because I haven't been diagnosed, but I'm pretty sure I have PMDD, and I don't want to like self-diagnose myself with it. But that's also something I've always struggled with. Even from when I was young, I thought I had this, but I don't want to go to the doctor because doctors scare me, and I don't want to go to psychiatrists because psychiatrists scare me. But I'm pretty sure I have that. Not to self-diagnose. I get this just overwhelming feeling of emptiness right before I start my period. And it's not even like a sadness. It's not even that. It's not even like, oh, I want to like lay on the couch all day. It's literally like I feel nothing, I care about nothing, and nothing matters to me. Like it's awful. It's awful. Okay, I'm done talking about this now. I'm done talking about it. But yeah, and honestly, I think the only thing that really helps me is just being artistic and like either scrapbooking or listening to music or just doing something I love or thrifting. That really helps me a lot. Okay, I'm done talking about that. Maybe I wasn't ready to talk about that. I don't know. What inspired you to get your first tattoo? My first tattoo was the cherries on my ankle, and I got that because of the song Cherry Wine by Hosier. One of my favorite songs ever. I love that song. Growing up, I really wanted to tattoo, so my dad bought me a bunch of tattoo supplies. I think I was like 15. And for me to tattoo like fake skin, him, people ready. And I was like, hey, like just let me get myself a tattoo, because why not? So he was like, okay, just don't tattoo where anybody can see it. And so I did the inward on my ankle, and it's a pair of cherries, and that's why I got it. What is your favorite horror movie and why? That's so hard. I don't know. I just recently watched Hereditary, and everybody told me that was like the scariest movie ever, and I didn't think it was that scary. It was good, but it wasn't scary. I don't know. I'm so bad about stuff like this. I love scary movies though, so if you have some suggestions, leave me some good scary movies to watch. What's a movie that you cry to every time? I'm not a huge movie watcher, to be honest. I really haven't, like I haven't seen a lot of the classics. I need to go back and watch some like classic movies because I haven't seen them. Maybe Hot Summer Nights. It's an A24 movie. Love that movie. Hot Summer Nights makes me cry. It's a really good movie. What is your advice to girls who want to dress more alt/weird but don't have the confidence? Just wear that shit. Literally, just wear that shit. Who cares? Literally, who cares? Just do it. Do you have any advice for someone starting out on YouTube or to grow their channel? Sure, yes. My biggest advice is don't quit. Don't quit. Your first video, your first 2 videos, your first 3 videos, they're not gonna be great. Honestly, just keep going. Just keep going. I think it's important to just focus on doing you and doing what you like, and don't worry about what other people have to say. Eventually you will build a community and they will love you for you. Be yourself and just keep going. Don't let the views or the watch time or anything like that stop you from doing it. I think people get caught up in like, oh, this video didn't do well, or people aren't enjoying my content. You just have to find your audience. You just have to keep going and keep posting until you find that audience. So just don't quit, just keep going. Top 5 albums, of course. My top 5 albums, I can't rank them on like 1 to 5, so this is in no particular order. Definitely Dark Side of the Moon. That's probably one of my favorite albums of all time. My second one is I Got Heaven by Mannequin Pussy. I love that album so much. Dirt, Alice in Chains, definitely a favorite. Honestly, Collide with the Sky, Pierce the Veil. I know that album front to back. That's an album that I just like, I have to listen to the whole thing. Same with I Got Heaven. That's an album that I literally just turned the album on. Number 5, honestly, that's hard. I'm honestly leaning towards A Fever You Can't Sweat Out by Panic at the Disco because that's just such an iconic album. You know what, that's gonna be my number 5. That's number 5 on my top 5 albums. Top 5 genres. Okay, lately I've been really into like dad rock, like Led Zeppelin. I've been also really into Midwest emo lately. I love Midwest emo. So, I don't know what genre this would be, but like Big Thief, that kind of vibe I've been really into. I don't know genres like that. I'm not really good at like pinpointing certain genres of music, so we'll just leave it at that. What were your favorite movies growing up? Iconic Shrek. Shrek was a household favorite. I watched that all the time. I probably know that movie front to back too. Same with Cat in the Hat, the live action version with Mike Myers. I also know that movie front to back. I can quote that movie. It is one of my favorite movies of all time. All the Barbie movies, I was a avid Barbie movie connoisseur. My favorite one was probably either The Princess and the Pauper or maybe the like Dancing Princesses. I don't know what it's called. Is that what it's called? They were like ballerinas. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, those are my favorites because The Princess and the Pauper, the two girls, it's Barbie and the brown-haired girl. It was literally like me and my sister. So, because I was blonde growing up and my sister had brown hair, and I think her name's Erica. I'm pretty sure the brown-haired girl's name is Erica, which is my sister's name. So we would like really relate to that movie. Favorite anime? Unfortunately, I haven't seen much anime, so my favorite anime is Nana because that's the only one I've seen. But I really do want to get into it. I just like can't find the time to actually sit down and watch it. But I do want to get more into anime because I really do find it very interesting. What is something you wish to learn in life? I don't know. I feel like that's a hard question because I feel like everything that I need to learn will eventually come to me, and that's why I can't like pinpoint like, okay, this is what I need to learn. I think that the universe just kind of brings you things like lessons and stuff that you need to learn. So I don't know. What was your high school experience? Also, what do you use to edit your videos? I use iMovie to edit my videos. I know that's like so taboo. But yeah, I use iMovie and I use Canva to do my thumbnails, if you were wondering. But my high school experience, okay, let me tell you, this is gonna be a roller coaster of emotions. So freshman year of high school I only had like a couple normal years of high school. I think my freshman year was my only normal year of high school. My freshman year was my normal year of high school, and honestly I was just around really bad people and I was going into such a bad crowd. I was friends with a lot of people that did substances, and my sister is only a year above me and my best friend is also a year above me. Mind you, I skipped first grade, so I was a lot younger than all the kids I went to school with, but I was definitely in the wrong crowd my freshman year of high school, and my sister hated me for good reason. I was around really bad people at the time. And eventually I started dating this guy and he kind of introduced me to a lot more people. And I actually got a lot closer with my sister at the time, and I started being friends with my sister's friends. So all my friends were a year above me. So it was me, my sister, and my best friend Ashlyn. We have always been super close. Me and Ashlyn's my best friend. There were a few others in our friend group, and that friend group was seriously like such a blessing. They were such the good people, and we were all just so close. We would have sleepovers all the time. It was like guys and girls, and we would all have sleepovers together. My sophomore year of high school is when COVID hit, and I was still really good friends with all my friend group, and we were still all really close. But COVID was really hard for me. Really hard for me. COVID is really when my eating disorder got really bad. I didn't have a job, so I didn't really leave the house, and all I did was just like paint, play Fortnite, and be really bad to myself. That's literally all I did, and that was probably one of like the hardest points growing up for me. And then my junior year of high school, I ended up breaking up with my boyfriend at the time, and then I started dating this other guy, and he was really bad for me. Really bad for me. I'm not gonna go super into detail, but like he definitely like fueled my eating disorder like way more, and I feel like I'm trauma dumping right now. But he definitely fueled a lot for me and a lot of really bad habits for me, and I just kept digging myself deeper and deeper into this hole. And it's so funny because like growing up was such a like academic validation kid. Like I always did super well in school. I loved school. I had a 4.2 GPA in my sophomore year of high school. Like I was in all honors classes. I took AP classes. I took college classes when I was in high school. Like I loved school. About like my junior year of high school, when I got into that relationship, I just stopped caring about literally everything. I did not care. I didn't care about school. I didn't care about things that like really meant a lot to me. And I really truly like completely lost myself during that time. I had no clue who I was. All my friends were leaving me. All my friends that were a year above me were graduating. So I literally had nobody. I had no one in my class that I liked. I had no friends. It was really bad. It was really bad. Luckily, my best friend stayed in my hometown and went to school in my hometown, so she didn't leave me. But it was really rough. So my senior year, I actually graduated a whole 6 months early. I graduated in December of 2021, I think, but I was the class of 2022. But I graduated in December because I just hated school. I hated being in school. I hated high school. I didn't go to prom. I didn't go to graduation. I just didn't care. I literally just didn't care about anything. I had no friends. I had nobody that I was like close to, so nothing was keeping me there. All my friends had already graduated, and I just didn't care. I just wanted to get out of there. And around the same time is when I started dating Mickey. My senior year of high school is when I started dating Mickey. And at the time, he also had dropped out of high school, so we finished high school together. And I remember the day we literally went to pick up our diplomas together from school. That was my high school experience. I honestly didn't really have a high school experience because I was never there. Like I said, the only normal year of high school I had was my freshman year of high school. COVID hit my second semester of sophomore year, so I never really went to school after that. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I have no clue. I literally can't think into the future that far. Hopefully I'll be rich and famous. Not hopefully, I will be. I'll be rich and famous, and I'll be taking care of everybody in my life. I honestly could do without the famous part, but I feel like the richness comes with the fame, you know? But I'm trying to manifest it. I'm trying to manifest that I become rich and famous. What are some styles and aesthetics you like but have never tried? I don't know. I feel like I've definitely experimented enough with everything that I have found something I truly love, and this is it. I don't know if there's something I haven't tried yet that I'm like, let me do that, you know? I don't know. I don't think I have one. But I do always have in the back of my mind to just like stop everything, take out all my piercings, shave my head, and move to the beach. Like, and just be super low maintenance. That's always like chilling in the back of my mind to do. So maybe one day I'll do that. What was your first exposure to alt culture / fashion? Honestly, my dad. My dad was kind of always alternative in a way, and not in like this kind of way, but more of like the mindset kind of way. My dad was always the type of person to be like, let me check eBay first, let me DIY, let me dye this, let me tape this, let me sew this. He was always like that growing up. And my dad used to have like his septum pierced. He pierced his ears at home, and he was always fully tattooed. And I honestly think that was probably my first exposure to like alternativeness, because my dad's just kind of like that. But other than that, I don't know. I would say my dad, so shout out. Love you, Dad. You're probably not watching this, but I love you. What size are your ears at right now? They're at a 5/8. So I did see a question on here. Somebody asked if my ear stretches are new. No, I have been stretching for almost like 4 years at this point. They're not new. I just had so much hair that you couldn't see them. So now that my hair is shorter, you can see them better. But no, I've always had gauges. It might seem like I'm moving kind of fast, but there are so many questions and I'm really trying to hit them all. What was your favorite hair color? I don't know. I really like what I have going on right now. I didn't think I liked having dark hair at first, but I really like my hair color now. I really liked green. I really did. I really did like green. It It was just time for a change, okay? And I love being blonde. Blonde is like, I'd be blonde any day. Would you like to collab with any more YouTubers? And if yes, who would it be? I would love to collab with more YouTubers. I don't know if I have any like in mind, but I'm just gonna go super crazy and say Trixie Mattel. I want to be put in Trixie drag so bad. Like I want Trixie's face on mine. Like I want that so bad. I don't really watch a lot of other YouTubers that do the similar content to me. I watch a lot of like commentating YouTube. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I watch a lot of like internet drama being like talked about just because I find it very interesting. So I don't know who I'd want to collab with, but I'm always down to collab because those are so much fun. What bands have you seen live? Okay, my first concert ever was One Direction, and I love that so much. My first concert was One Direction, and 5 Seconds of Summer opened. I loved that, loved them. I would honestly go see them if they did a reunion tour. I really want them to. I would so go. That was my first concert. My second concert was 21 Pilots. I don't remember who opened for them. I think I actually missed the opener, so just 21 Pilots. And then after that I went to Blue Ridge and I saw Slipknot, Pierce the Veil. I saw a bunch of other bands that I don't really give a shit about. Like I saw Motionless in White. I've seen them twice and I don't really like them, but I did see them. I've seen Flyleaf, Danzig. Who else have I seen? Knocked Loose, Deftones, Fleshwater. If we're counting another opener, I've seen Mars Volta, Sleeping with Sirens. There's gotta be more than that, right? Maybe not. I'm going to see Metallica in a couple days, and Pantera and Suicidal Tendencies is opening, so that's gonna be super cool. And then other than that, I have Big Thief I'm going to see, which I'm very excited for, and Mannequin Pussy. And that's like my lineup so far. I am so excited to go see Big Thief. Oh my God. What other YouTubers do you watch? We're just talking about this. Perfect. Other YouTubers that I watch Brittany Broski's Royal Court. I think that's super funny. I love Caleb Heron. Like actually, I love him so much. I think he's actually one of the funniest people to ever grace this earth. He is so funny. I love him so much. Caleb Heron, if you don't know who that is, please go watch him because he's actually hilarious. That's a dream collab right there. I would love to be in his presence. I'm actually a huge fan. Let me go see what I watch on YouTube because I don't even know their names. Cameron Chase, I also love him. He is so funny. He reads Reddit stories and he does other kind of content. He does his makeup and stuff, and I think he's so funny. I love him. Obviously, I watch and support all my friends. Brooke, Polka Dot Pigeon, love them. I think I might be saying his name wrong, but Dinky Jabo. He's a British, Scottish, I don't know. Please don't come for me. He does commentating YouTube of like internet drama, and I like the way he breaks down his videos, so I really enjoy his videos. Honestly, those are like my top YouTubers. I don't know other than that. I watch a lot of The Bald and the Beautiful, Trixie and Katya. I love them as well. Somebody asked me my personality type. I try to take the quiz. I don't know. What are some of the little things that make you happy, get you out of bed in the morning? Coffee. I love coffee. I love coffee so much. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure there's little things that I love, but I just can't think of any. Let's just say coffee. I know it's such a boring answer, but I literally just can't think. What countries have you been to or would like to visit? The only other country I've been to is the Bahamas, and I've been there twice. I really want to go to Greece. I want to take my mom to Greece. That's like a promise I made to her. Like, even when I was little, I was like, I'm gonna take you to Greece one day. And I stand on that. I will be taking her to Greece. As soon as I touch enough money to take my mother to Greece, that is the first thing I'm doing, is taking her there. So I'd love to go to Greece. I really want to go to Japan. I want to take all my friends to Japan. That's something I really want to do. I really want to go do Europe and go everywhere in Europe. Spain. I really want to visit Spain. That's the vibes. That's really where I'm trying to go right now. My favorite movie and TV show. My favorite movie of all time is Fight Club. Nothing will beat Fight Club. That is my favorite movie. I love it so much. It's also my dad's favorite movie. My favorite TV show, I don't know. I love Alice in Borderland. That was probably one of my favorites. I love Squid Games, which I know is so basic, but I love it so much. American Horror Story, I love. These are such basic answers. I don't really watch a whole lot of TV. I watch a lot of YouTube. Those were definitely my like all-time favorite shows, I guess. When were you able to start dressing the way you wanted to? Honestly, always. My parents never really cared about the way I dress or the way I do my makeup or stuff like that, or even like what I did with my hair. They never cared about stuff like that. I think they cared more about like school and stuff, so they didn't care. So I was kind of always allowed to dress and look however I wanted. They didn't care. This one says, what was your school major? Didn't go to college, but I will tell you my favorite subject in school was probably yearbook. I loved yearbook. I was a yearbook kid. I did yearbook my entirety all throughout high school, and I actually was editor my junior year of high school. I was the editor of my yearbook, and I loved it so much. It truly, truly meant the world to me. And if I wasn't doing what I was doing now, I would probably be in some sort of graphic design or journalism, because that is truly, truly my passion. Like, I love it. And honestly, I feel like this is a way of me doing it. I took this AP class called it was AP Human Geography. And that was a super, super fun class that I took, and I loved it so much. It was basically like surrounded about like why people do things. It was really cool. You learned about like disease, why people move to certain countries or cities and stuff like that. It was really cool. That was a really fun class I took. What's on your taxidermy wish list? I really want a full headpiece of a javelina. I really, really want one. How old am I? I'm 20. I'm 20 and my birthday is Valentine's Day, February 14th. Do you do drugs? No, I don't do drugs. Thanks for the concern though. Okay, the next question is, how do you balance YouTube, selling, and a full-time job? Also, hi, love you. I love you too. I don't. I stress myself out. But like I said, I thrive in stress, so it doesn't really bother me. But I just try to manage my time very wisely, and I just try to make sure I get it all done. I don't try to stress myself out too much, but I know what I can handle, and I know if I'm putting too much on my plate. Do you think there's a universe where you aren't alternative and just like in Lululemon? Probably not, because I hope I wouldn't be dumb enough to spend $80 on a pair of leggings. So hopefully not, but maybe, who knows? If you could go back in time to any concert ever, which would it be? You can pick 3. I would want to be at the Alice in Chains Unplugged. I would want to be at, I don't know what year this is, but the Fleetwood Mac when she sang Silver Springs live. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I'd want to be there. And I also, this might be a really controversial pick, but I think I'd want to be at Woodstock 99. Like, I think I'd want to see that. And I know all hell broke loose, but like, I would just want to be there, like, just to say that I went. Please don't cancel me for that, because I know it's probably very controversial to say. Do you like roller coasters? Yes, I do. Do you like kitties? Yeah, I like cats. I don't know why these are funny. Do you think as you grow older, your style will change? I think so, because obviously like your style will evolve when you get older, but I think I'll always be who I am. You know what I mean? What makes me feel safe? My family. My family and the people that I love in my life. That makes me feel safe. And my people, that's what makes me feel safe. What's one lesson that you've learned in the past year, and what is your goal for the next? Oh my God, what a question. A lesson that I have learned in the past year is it's okay to step away and take time for yourself. I feel like sometimes I can be such a people pleaser, and it's okay to focus on yourself, and it's not selfish to do that, and you need to know your own limits, because I think for the longest time I was pushing myself so hard in everything, in work, in my relationships, and I got burnt out, and I started to get angry and like kind of resentful, and I had to just realize that like I need to step away, like I need to be by myself, and I need to figure out myself, so I don't put that onto others, you know what I mean? I feel like I've gotten a lot better about, okay, I need to be alone for a second, and I just need to figure it out. A goal I have for next year is honestly to go on a solo trip. I plan on going on a solo trip this year, but I do plan on like going somewhere familiar. So honestly, next year I want to go on a solo trip to somewhere I've never been before. What's your favorite food? This is so hard because I love a lot of different foods. The first thing that comes to mind is like chips and dip. I know that's so fucking random, but like I love a good chip and dip. Oh my God, I love it so much. I love French onion dip. I love salsa. I love guac. I love queso. I love anything I can dip a chip into. Boy, it's over. And I don't even really love chips. Like I will not eat chips by itself. I have to eat a chip with a dip. Like there's no in between. I have to have them both. I love steak, like a good steak. I love burgers too. I love a good cheeseburger. I love sweet potato casserole. I love sweet potatoes. I love sweets. I'm a very, very big sweet tooth person. I love cookies. Cookies are like one of my favorite foods ever. Like a good chocolate chip cookie. I love oatmeal raisin cookies. I love white chocolate chip macadamia. I love red velvet. Like I love cookies, okay? I think those are probably my favorites. I definitely have more, but chips and dip, man, the things I do to it. What's your favorite thing about doing YouTube? Definitely the community and all the friends I've made and having a huge support system. Like I feel like I have so many best friends and it's like that it's very, very, very rewarding. Hitting those like certain accomplishments, like even like personal goals within myself, I think it's a very rewarding thing. And meeting you guys, because meeting you guys make it all like, this is what I'm doing it for, you know? Would you ever want kids? I don't know yet. I'm kind of on the fence. Like I truly hated kids before my nephews. I just didn't really like kids. And like I have 2 younger siblings and I'm 7 years older than my younger siblings. So for the longest time was the baby in my family. And I think when my sister was born, when I was little, I kind of resented her for that. Obviously it's not like that now. She's literally my baby and I love her to death. And both my siblings, Paige and Gunnar, I love them to death. Didn't want kids because of that. But now that I've gotten older and I see my sister with her kids and my nephews, it kind of changed my mind a bit because they're seriously like the sweetest kids in the world and I love them to death. So maybe one day, maybe, but I would only want 2, like cap it at 2, no more than that. Where did you grow up? I grew up in Fayetteville, but I wasn't born here. I was actually born in Sierra Vista, Arizona, Fort Huachuca. I'm a military kid, so yeah, Fort Huachuca, but I'm from Fayetteville. Do you have a comfort kids show like My Little Pony, etc.? Adventure Time. Adventure Time for sure. Like I will put on Adventure Time always, anytime, or SpongeBob, either those, yeah, for sure. Where did you get your first piercing? Other than my ears, my first piercing was my nostril, the one with the hoop in it, and I got that pierced when I was 13 years old. I got my nostril pierced. Where did you get the name Jubers from? Love your vids and style. Thank you. So this is actually a funny story. So it really started as Joob, J-O-O-B. That's my name, Joob. And it's really because of a Twitter post. Because there's a Twitter post that's like, what if you changed all the vowels in your name to oob instead of the vowel? And so I go by Joe. I'm not gonna tell you my name, gotcha. But for the longest time, my Finsta account on Instagram, like my spam account on Instagram, was Wyatt or something Joob, right? And I eventually changed my actual Instagram to Why Is It Joob. And then when Mickey and I started selling, we were trying to come up with a name for our business, and we were just like, okay, why don't we just do something off Joob? Like, why don't we stem off that? And I was just like, Joobers. And that's kind of how it came about. But yeah, it all stemmed from a Twitter post, and that's why my name is Joob. How do I expand my music taste? Honestly, go to discovery stations, whatever app you use, whether it's like Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, anything, they all have some sort of discovery station and they will play you new music. I really suggest that. Or if you have a song that you really, really like, go to this website. It's called Magic Playlist, and you can put the song in and it'll show you other songs like that song. That's the best way to find new music. My favorite tattoo is probably my unicorn on my wrist. I don't know a good way to show it because it kind of wraps around my wrist. Here is what it looks like, and it's actually a cover up, but it is literally my favorite tattoo that I have. I love the way it sits on my wrist. I think it is actually beautiful and perfect, and it's my favorite. It has its like ribs out and like the foliage. Definitely my most painful tattoo as well, but it is my favorite. I love it so much. What's your favorite book? I used to be really, really, really into reading, and I really want to get back into it. I want to start a book club. That's a goal of mine. I really do want to start that. But my favorite book I read recently was probably The Silent Patient. That book is insane. Or Verity. I like them both. And Verity is turning into a movie, and I'm very excited to watch that. But those are my favorite like recent books I've read. My favorite book of all time is probably The Outsiders. I genuinely love that book so much, and that book kind of f***ed me up when I first read it, but amazing book, and I love it so much. And I really do want to get back into reading because I love reading. What is the most memorable moment from your entire life? That's a deep question. I feel like there's a lot of memorable moments, but I feel like the one that probably changed me most as a person was watching my sister give birth, honestly. That was truly one of the best experiences of my life and really changed my perspective on a lot of things. So I'm very glad I was able to be there and see that. It was very, very insane to watch, actually, but I'm so glad I got that experience. I don't know other than that. I feel like there's so many experiences and memories that make me who I am, but I feel like that's a big one. That's a big one for me. Is there an age gap between you and Mickey? I'm 20 and Mickey is 22 and he's turning 23 next month. Two years and some change. What's your favorite drink? I mainly drink water and coffee, but lately I've been super into this tea brand. It's called Just Tea, and they have a Arnold Palmer like tea and lemonade. I'll put it on screen. This shit is so fucking good. Oh my god. I also love kombucha. I drink a lot of kombucha. Like I drink at least 2 a week. But that tea, good as and if I'm out and I can't find that tea, I either get like an unsweet tea and lemonade or just water. How did you get into content creation? This is actually a funny question because I don't think I've ever talked about this, but when I first started getting into creating content, I didn't do it for like me. I was doing it for Jubers, for my reselling business. I didn't like center the content around me at all. Like I wanted it to be about clothing and I wanted it to be like more promotion for Jubers in our markets and stuff like that. This was all back on TikTok, and that's why all my accounts are Jubers and not Why Is It Jube, because my Instagram is Why Is It Jube, because it really started for my business, not even me. I was f***ing around with my brother one night and I was just like, hey, like, would you want to style me for a video for my TikTok? My brother has an insane, impeccable fashion taste. That video blew the f up, like went viral, and it was like my 3rd, 4th TikTok ever. I remember like posting the video. I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, okay, whatever. I posted the video, and then I went downstairs to play Minecraft with all my siblings, and I just kept getting notification after notification. I was like, I think this is going viral, and then I checked back and it's already at like 20,000 likes, like all these views, and I was just, I don't know, it was just kind of crazy to watch. And then I feel like after that, it was just like all uphill from there. Honestly, happened very, very fast. I feel like I got very lucky because a lot of people, it takes years for them to build something like that and years to go viral or have a video do well. Honestly, I owe it all to Gunner, my younger brother. I really do. I'm playing with a tape dispenser, okay? I can't just sit here and talk. I have to like fidget with something. If you hear this, that's what it is. Your current favorites: music, drinks, snacks, movies, clothes, perfumes, etc. My favorite music right now, my favorite song right now is probably Not by Big Thief. I love that song. Either that or Tomorrow Is Gone by Jode. Love that song. You need to listen to it right now. I also have been super into the song Carrie by Newgrounds Death Rugby. I love that song. Also, I've been super into Sleeping with Sirens lately. I really, really like With Ears to See and Eyes to Hear. It's my favorite, probably one of my favorite songs by them. And You Kill Me in a Good Way. They're on the same album. My favorite drinks is that tea I was just talking about. That shit's so fucking good. My favorite snack, I'm not a big snacker at all. I don't really eat snacks. I eat meals. So I don't think I have a favorite snack right now. I think I hit everything else. What's an embarrassing / funny story from high school? You rock. Happy 1 year. Oh my god. Okay, I'll tell you an embarrassing story, but you guys can't make fun of me, okay? I can't believe I'm telling this on the internet, but my freshman year of high school, I kind of mentioned I was around a lot of bad people who had a lot of bad interests in mind, right? I thought it'd be a good idea to indulge in a little, the first time ever in school. I thought that would be such a great idea. This is the first time I ever, okay? I was really young, which was really, really, really bad. And to my younger audience, do not do this. Do not do this, because I was so dumb for doing this. But my friend brought a cart to school. And I thought I was some badass walking around with it. I went to the bathroom and I was just kind of like chiefing on it for a little bit. And I was like, I got this, I'm fine. So I start walking to class with one of my friends at the time, and it fucking hits me. And it doesn't just hit me, runs me over and smacks me in the head, okay? I'm walking to class, I feel a little light, I feel a little bubbly. Things are like, womp, 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 okay? And I have to walk up the stairs to get to my class. And luckily my class is right there. I had English next. English, mind you, I just came from gym. I had gym first thing in the morning. So I go up to my class and it's hit me hard. And we had morning work in this class, which makes it even worse. And I'm sitting in class, I cannot focus, I cannot do anything. I'm literally internally like freaking out, borderline about to call my mom. I think I'm dying. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I have to do this morning work. I have to do this morning work right now. So I'm digging around in my bag and I'm like, I need a pen. Like I need a pen right now. And it cannot be gel. It needs to be a ballpoint pen. And all my friends were trying to find me this ballpoint pen. And I just couldn't find it. She's like, okay, just write with this gel pen and copy my work. Just take my work and copy it. And I don't know how I didn't get caught because I have a little fun fact about me. I have very neat handwriting. I can make my handwriting look like anything. I can make my print look like anything. I'm sitting here writing my morning work and nothing makes sense. It's just a bunch of scratches on the paper. Like it seriously was not legible. I don't know how I did not get caught. So I go up to the desk and I'm sitting there handing her work. She looks at me. She looks down at the paper, she looks at me, she's like, okay, you're good. Mind you, I was the last person to turn it in. The last, okay? I made it through one of the battles. I come back and I sit back on my chair and I'm like, fuck. Like, it's over. Like, it's over. I have to get out of here. I literally look up on my phone, like, how do I stop being high? And I'm sitting there and it's like, drink water, eat something. I don't have water. The only food I have is peanut butter crackers. Peanut butter crackers is the only food I had with me. And a little something for the people that don't indulge. There's this thing called cotton mouth, and basically your mouth just gets really, really dry when you do indulge. And I'm sitting here, my mouth feels like sandpaper. And I'm just eating these fucking crackers, and it's literally like sawdust. Like, no moisture at all. And I'm just like choking down these crackers. Don't know how I made it. I literally don't know how I made it, but somehow I did it. At the end of the day, I was fine, but like, don't do that. Don't do that. Super dumb. Don't do that. I don't even indulge anymore. Not worth it. Stay in school, focus in class, okay? The next question is, where is your silver heart necklace from? I get so many questions about where I got this necklace from, and the reason why I don't answer it, I unfortunately thrifted it. I don't know where you can find it. I really don't, but I would just look up maybe like small silver heart choker, maybe. I thrifted this. I am so sorry. Breakup advice. Love you so much. My breakup advice is focus on yourself. Everything happens for a reason. This is a new door opening in your life. You can't just keep looking at the back and wondering why it didn't work. Keep looking forward and focus on yourself and be who you want to be. The next question is, how did you learn to edit your videos? Honestly, everything is trial and error. If I don't know how to do something, I just look it up on YouTube. I feel like all knowledge is so easily obtainable on YouTube. You can literally learn anything. So my suggestion, go to YouTube if you don't know what you're doing. But everything I learned was just self-taught. It's all just trial and error and finding what works best for you. If you could be a scent, what would it be? Probably either vanilla or cherry. Those are definitely my go-to scents, is anything vanilla or cherry. This next question is very interesting. It's, what's your thoughts on religion? Ooh, my thoughts on religion. As a lot of you know, I am from the South. I am Southern, baby. My thoughts on religion, this is so interesting because I wasn't raised religious at all. I was not raised religious, but my parents were both raised Catholic, and my mother and I honestly think my father both identify with being Christian. And honestly, I would like to say myself that I'm Christian. And I say this in a way that, like, I believe there's a higher power. I don't think it's just over. I believe that there's a creator, and I believe that there's a higher power. I don't know if I like to say that it's God. I don't know if it's God or not, but I think it's something. And I feel like I say I'm blessed a lot, or I feel blessed. And by that, I mean, like, I just feel like blessed by the universe and in life. I don't know if there is a God, you know? I think a lot of people find comfort in religion, and I do go to church sometimes. Like, I really do actually like going to church. I do plan on going this Sunday, actually. I do like going to church. It makes me feel good afterwards, and if you find a good church, it's not judgy. And when I say I identify as being Christian, I feel like that's more of like, I want to be the best person I can be, and I don't want to do that in fear and in fear of God. Like, that's not why I want to be a good person. But I think the church specifically that I go to, I feel like it's not in fear of God. I think it's more of just like being a good person because that's what the universe put you here to do, you know what I mean? But I feel like religion is something I've always kind of like been very interested in, and I don't think it's just lights out. Like, I just don't think that. I think that my body is my body, but my conscious and my soul is separate from that. And I don't think that it just ends here. I don't think that anybody just ends here. I think everything's temporary. Like, I think my body is just temporary. And I honestly think I believe in reincarnation. I think that you come back as someone else and something else. And I think that you live lives. And I think at the end of that, after you've learned everything you need to learn from life, is when you reach your nirvana. And I know that doesn't seem like a very Christian way to think of things, but in my mind, like how I view my Christianity is that I just think that like it's important to be selfless and do things for others and be a good person and do good things. I do believe in a creator, but I hate the type of Christians that like try to push Christianity onto people. I think that is one of the main reasons that it is so frowned upon, and I think it's like honestly disgusting. Like, I think it's so disgusting to shame people for who they are, shame people for how they were raised or where they were born. Like, I think that's disgusting. I don't think that's being Christian, and I don't think that's being a good person at all. And I honestly don't really believe in missionaries. Like, I think that's bullshit. Like, I think that we need to let people find their own journeys in everything they do. Like, I don't think that you should push your religion onto anybody or anything. I think that's disgusting. I've literally been hate crimed before because of that. Like, people automatically kind of assume that I know faith, I guess, when they see me. And I've been hate crimed before because of it. So maybe I'll tell that story at a later date. I don't know. Do you smoke? No. We're definitely getting towards the end here, but I'm going to try to hit a few more questions. So I guess I'll get into it now. There's a lot of online discourse going on of, are you still with Mickey? What's going on? I'll read you some of the questions I've gotten. Are you in a relationship with Mickey and the girl you called your girlfriend? Polly, question mark. Do you have a girlfriend now as well as your boyfriend? Open relationship, question mark. Are you and Mickey still together? Who do you live with? Do you really have a girlfriend? Are you and Mickey poly? Do you have a polyamorous relationship? Are you poly? Are you in a throuple? Are you in a throuple? No hate at all. Throuples are sick as f. I would just like to understand. Also, somebody said, am I cheating on Mickey? First of all, why would I openly cheat on my boyfriend? I am not gonna say a lot about this right now because honestly, it's my life and I get to choose what I talk about and what I don't talk about. And I know I'm putting a lot out on the internet, and so people are gonna have questions, and I understand that as well. But I just wanna keep this very ambiguous and very, maybe even nuanced when I say this. But I'm bisexual, and I like guys, I like girls, and sometimes, you know, life takes you in different directions. The girl's name is Sophie. She has a name. She's not just that girl. Her name is Sophie, if anybody was wondering. And maybe very soon you guys can meet her, and maybe I'll answer all the questions that everybody has. Maybe, I don't know. But I understand why everybody's so interested in asking me that, because I do make it very public about what's my life is like. I'm not gonna give you guys any kind of answer. I'm gonna leave this very vague. And I'm just gonna say yes and no. Ding! So hopefully you guys like that answer, but we're gonna get into the rest of it. How did your family and friends react when you said you wanted to pursue YouTube? My mom was all for it. My mom, everybody in my life was just go for it, do it. Find what you love, do what you love. and pursue it. Nobody was like, oh, I don't know about this. My mom sat there and watched me edit my entire first video, and same with Mickey. Like, we had a little premiere party, so they were always very, very, very supportive. And I saw another question on here, and I don't know where it went, but somebody asked me how my parents react to me choosing this career path. And truly, my mom will say this too, this is always where she saw me. She said that even as a kid, she's exactly what she thought I was going to be when I was older, and that I didn't surprise her, and that I'm exactly the person she thought I was going to be. So that's the answer to that. I feel like I've always kind of been like this, I guess. Favorite piercing? Obviously probably my new ones, just because they're new. I love my labrae so much, definitely one of my favorites. And probably these guys, because it's just like a confidence boost, you know? I really, really, really wish I could have gotten to all the questions. Maybe I'll make a part 2, I don't even know. But this video is getting so insanely long, but I just want to thank you guys so much for everything you've given me in the past year. I truly love you guys so much, and cheers to another year, because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. You guys are gonna get so sick and tired of me, but I love you all so much, and I can't say thank you enough. This year has been amazing, and I can't believe it's been a fucking year, a whole year of doing YouTube. And I feel like I've accomplished so much in so little time, and I really couldn't have done this without your help and your support, and I'm forever thankful. And I love meeting you guys, and I love seeing you guys. And if you ever see me in public, I saw that question too, is like, do I like meeting fans? I love meeting fans. Come say hi to me. I love it. I love it so much. I love meeting you guys, okay? So please, always, I love you, okay? Always come up and say something. I got told I have RBF, but I don't think I do, okay? I will give you a hug, okay? If you don't like hugs, that's fine. We can high five. Thank you guys so much for watching another video. Happy 1 year. I love you guys so much. It's been a whole year. Oh my God. Okay, I'll leave you alone now. I think you guys are getting tired of me. If you enjoyed the video, if you could like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to get notified every single time I post. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much again.